Can a country own the name of a rice grown on both sides of its border? India tried to register Basmati under its own certification system in Australia. But the Federal Court of Australia rejected its appeal, protecting Pakistan's right to use one of the most valuable names in the global rice trade. So, what exactly did Pakistan win? And will that victory benefit the farmers who grow the crop? India's export authority, known as APIDA, has applied to register Basmati as a certification trademark. This would allow APIDA to set the rules for rice sold under that mark in Australia. But Australia's Registrar of Trademarks rejected the application in December 2022. The registrar found that APIDA's mark could not separate Indian certified rice from genuine basmati grown in Pakistan. India challenged that decision in the federal court. The court dismissed its appeal and ordered APIDA to pay the respondents' legal costs. But there is an important distinction. The ruling does not give Pakistan ownership of basmati. It prevents an Indian authority from controlling the word in a way that could exclude legitimate Pakistani producers. Why? Because basmati existed before either country. The rice was traditionally grown across Punjab and the plains near the Himalayan foothills. This was one connected agricultural region until partition divided it between India and Pakistan in 1947. The border changed, the soil, seeds, and farming knowledge did not. That history forms the basis of Pakistan's legal position. Basmati is a shared geographical product, and India cannot claim it exclusively.
It's all a cycle. It's all, everything is so much integrated with one another. Definitely, when it comes to your soil, when it comes to your seed, when it comes to the methods of cultivation, these all things gather and make a good picture of what basmati rice actually looks like. So there are in Pakistan, farmers are using the old traditional methods, and they have to wait for a certain temperature. Basmati needs to outgrow well when it's heated in the daytime, and a little humidity is required with a little, cool weather at night. So these all the things. Then apart from this, a good chemical, not those chemical which can ruin your crop, but the chemical which can preserve it, which can protect the quality. And obviously the seed, everything is so much integrated to make a good byproducts or good product out of it.
Pakistan was slow to create its own legal system for protecting geographical products. It passed the Geographical Indications Act in 2020 and formally registered Basmati as a Pakistani GI in 2021. A geographical indication links a product's identity or reputation to a particular place. It is the same kind of protection associated with champagne from France or Darjeeling tea from India. Pakistan's registration identifies recognized growing areas and approved rice varieties. It gives the country a legal basis to defend its producers when another state or company seeks control of the name abroad. Its argument is not that Indian basmati is fake. It is that the Indian basmati is not the only genuine basmati.
The word basmati is the meaning of that word is aroma, filled with aroma. So it is famous because of the smell, because of the length, and when this rice is being cooked, the display of the rice, the edible rice, that is what makes it special. And apart from that, recently, not even recently, from past 3 to 4 years, we come to know that India have basically participated in the GI, and they claim that Basmati basically belongs to them. But this is not true. If you go to the history, if you go to the style or the historical ways of cultivation of this specific rice, you'll get to know that basically this belongs from the South Asian region. Okay? And this includes obviously some part of India, but most of the part of Pakistan. So obviously, in the today's world, if we talk about the this rivalry, and if we think that would it impact the economy of Pakistan, it will impact the overall circle of the businessman, the trader, the manufacturer, the producer, and obviously the farmer.
The name cannot simply be placed on any packet of aromatic rice. Pakistani basmati must come from a recognized region, belong to an approved variety, and meet standards for aroma, green shape, and how it lengthens when cooked. Exporters must also prove where the crop came from. Authorities can inspect records and test samples. DNA testing can compare the rice with the genetic profiles of approved varieties and detect cheaper grains mixed into a shipment. These checks protect the reputation of Pakistani basmati, but they can also be difficult and expensive for smaller producers.
There are a little documentation which is very much important and required before you have to export any consignment. Mostly country origin is very much important. That, for example, if you are exporting rice, so you have to display yourself well in Chamber of Commerce in Pakistan. Apart from that, SGS certifications are important. You need to get the SGS certifications done, and apart from the SGS certification part, there are phytosanitary certificate, the plantation certificate. So these all are the combined combinations which gives you a solid approval that it's edible or it's rightful for the human consumption. Like for example, if I talk to you about the time period of the crop cultivation, it takes approximately around 125 to 130 days or 150 days for a farmer to completely cultivate the rice crop. And mostly when it comes to basmati is basically being cultivated by the end of October, and the milling process is done, and by January you will have your fresh basmati stock ready to export. So obviously, if there is no when it comes to the certifications or the inspections, you'll get to know that there is a little moisture content. The universal moisture content is approximately around 12% to 13%. And the size of basmati have categories, but the category it includes from 7.1 centimeter to 8 point or 8.2. These are the length which is being respected actually in the European markets or overall for an export trade. So these all are the things, the aroma, the smell, that when you cook the rice, it have to be separate. It won't have to be like a sticky rice. Which you might have heard of 86 or like seen, and those are likely to be more sticky. But basmati have to be a separate rice on the table. So these all are the things which proves that the farmer have done the job, and the rice have a good quality.
The ruling matters because Basmati sells at a premium. If Pakistani exporters lost the right to use the name, they could be forced to rebrand their rice in Australia. That would make it harder to reach customers and could reduce demand for the crop. But winning a trademark dispute does not guarantee that growers will receive better prices. Farmers still face rising costs for seeds, fertilizer, electricity, and water. Much of the export value may be captured by mills, traders, and retailers further along the supply chain.
The point is that if Pakistani business people won't be able to export basmati with the name of basmati, obviously, then they have to come up with a new name or non-basmati. Definitely, this will affect your agricultural sector, the agricultural economy, and then you have to jump into other, rice categories, including 86, including C9, in Sela, and these, but those are comparatively cheap when it comes to obviously when it comes to the quality, obviously when it comes to the pricing. So this will definitely this will impact your business, this will impact the farmer, because there is a production cost, there is a lot of water is required for the cultivation, a lot of land is required, a lot of time is required, a lot of labor is required. So if you won't be able, definitely if you're not getting good outcomes when it comes to the profits, if you're exporting somewhere around the globe, so you will pay little or less amount to your farmer. So what I believe and what I have learned so far, that if this will happen, so it will create a catastrophic conditions, because most of the farmers going to give up. They won't be able to cultivate that because there is finances are required. Now if those they cannot meet those finances, so it is a task for them to play. Your farmers get the 30 to 40% of what the overall profit you make. For example, if you are exporting a single container in the good quality basmati rice, and if you are making, for example, if you have quoted prices hypothetically $1,000 per metric ton, hypothetically, so your farmer will eventually get the 30% of it. Okay, so if you make profit out there, eventually your farmer is going to make a good profit.
Australia is also only one market. India and Pakistan are still seeking stronger protection for basmati elsewhere, particularly in the European Union. Those decisions could determine whether the name receives shared protection and whether packets must clearly identify their Indian or Pakistani origin. For Pakistan, the Australian ruling strengthens an important principle. Basmati comes from a historic rice belt divided between two modern states. The next challenge is proving that every shipment is authentic and ensuring that the people growing it share in its value.
Basically, in my accordance, Pakistan needs some improvement when it comes to cultivation. They need better technology. And most important thing, when it comes to the cultivation of your rice to manufacturing and complete product, your farmer is only involved in the cultivation process, because there are so many third parties included. For example, your farmer have to give that to the local broker of the area, and that broker is gonna put that to the market, and from the market your mill holder is gonna go get those raw products, and after milling, and it's a long process. I think that what European countries have done, they are playing a very important role in GPS system basically. So you will exactly you'll get to know that this specific seed is from a specific farm and specific area of the province or the country, which where Pakistan is lacking, because you can, when it comes to, when all those byproducts gather and those raw materials gather in the market, so you cannot analyze that properly, that from where this exactly this product belongs. So, and apart from that, there must be some sort of machines which must be the farmer must be trained well, that how to use the new machineries, and they need to learn one thing which is very important, that losing their tradition is a gain for the country. Because most of the farmers, if you're going to interact with them, so they'll be like that we will follow those traditions which are opted by our forefathers, so that we won't be able to make any mistake. No, they need to experience newness in the market for the better consumption, for the better production, I'd say. So these are the little things. If farmers gonna absorb or learn these things, they're gonna make a difference in the market, in the rice market.
For now, India cannot exclusively control the word basmati in Australia. That is an important win for Pakistan, but its real value will depend on whether Pakistan can protect the rice's quality, prove its origin, and ensure the farmers preserving the centuries old tradition share in its global success.